I was a good driver. I hadn't had a lot of tickets. I didn't drive fast. I didn't do anything that would impair my driving. It just takes a second to look down and something horrible could happen. Every day when I go into work, I see at least half the people that I meet on their phones, like this, when they're driving. And it bothers me, and it scares me.
Instagram, Snapchat, texting mostly, calls rarely, YouTube, and then there's stuff like for school, there's Infinite Campus and Google Classroom to turn in assignments through your phone.
Sydney is a little bit more of a homebody, I guess, than I was.
I get made fun of a lot because I drive like a granny, as they say. I'm the oldest out of all my friends, yet I got my license last.
She was there, and I think that experience has made her realize what this big machine can do and how much it can destroy. I was the mother of 4. I had a 5-month-old baby and a 9, 10, and 8-year-old also.
It doesn't feel like it was long ago, but in reality, it was like 8 years ago, almost 9. And it's just something I always think about when I get in the car.
I was trying to get the baby in the car and getting Sydney dressed, and we were going to travel about an hour and a half to look at another vehicle. I wasn't sure where I was going, and I was, trying to get my husband to explain to me my direction so I know where I was going. It was a real hectic morning. To say that I was preoccupied, that would hit it good.
I put my seatbelt on, Lily's in the back seat, and Mom's driving. And I was really tired being a 9-year-old, and I'm just kind of nodding off.
At the time, I was on the phone with my husband, and I guess that's why I failed to buckle my seatbelt. And we got about a half mile down the road. I took my phone and I said goodbye, and I threw it, but it went under the seat. And when it went under the seat, just for a second, I looked down, and when I did, I left the road and actually hit a sign.
All of a sudden, we're off the road and hit something, and Mom's telling me it's gonna be okay. She has her arm like this towards me.
I had one hand on the wheel and the other hand against Sydney. She was screaming. I said, "It's okay, we're okay." All of a sudden, the vehicle just barrel rolled.
Everything goes upside down. I hear the crunching of the metal, I hear the glass breaking, and Mom's gone. I don't see her.
I remember seeing my hands leave the wheel of the car and feel my body start going through the air. I remember seeing earth and sky as I was tumbling, the light and the dark and the sound of the crunching metal. And I remember as soon as I realized what was going on, I just started praying. And I prayed to God not to take me over and over because there was no one here to take care of my babies. Finally, everything went quiet. When I realized where I was, I remember seeing my feet out in front of me, and I'd landed in a sitting position with my back against the back tire of my vehicle. I could hear Sydney screaming, and I stood up and I walked around the vehicle and I opened the back door and I got in the vehicle with Lily, and her car seat had turned over. And I grabbed it and I turned it back, and there she was, and she was just batting her eyes and she was fine.
And I'm yelling her name, and she's opening the back door, pushes Lily's car seat over, and she's telling me it's gonna be okay.
There was no blood, nothing that alarmed me. But then after I noticed that they were okay, I felt the pain. I thought I'd broken my leg. It was later that I found out that my pelvis was fractured in 5 places. My brother's a police officer, and he said, "Do you know how many wrecks I've worked that the person that was ejected lived?" And I said, "No." And he said, "None. None." How did I come out without my boot kicking my daughter and hurting her, without losing a limb? How did I not get stuck, and how was I not crushed? It was almost the perfect accident, the only way that it could have happened without long-term effects. People don't see their own mortality, but with the accident, I saw mine. I think that anyone that has a cell phone these days sees that as a necessity and sees that as if a message come through that they have to look at it. Everything's an emergency. Everything needs to be dealt with right then. Emails, text messages, telephone calls. You don't have to be impaired. You don't have to be driving at high rates of speed for something like this to happen. You can just look down for a second. I saw everything that I had done and everything that I hadn't got to do, all in one moment. But it gives me an appreciation for the life I do have now. And I had everything. A loving family that loved me and appreciated me, and I still have that, and I'm very grateful. Sydney just got her full license last week. Lily is just turned 9, and she plays basketball, and they're all healthy and happy, and I'm in a position now with my job that we get to go and do things, and I'm blessed, and I don't think that if all these things didn't happen, that I would be here now where I am.
I'm just really thankful that my mom was okay, because me and my mom are super close, and I couldn't imagine life without her. And I'm really thankful that nothing happened to her that day.